Dear learners, welcome back to SWIM program on Information Technology Applications Libraries. Today we are going to learn another very interesting topic, that is application of expert systems in library services. This is the agenda of today's session. Different components of expert systems, general category of expert systems, artificial intelligence AI and versus expert systems, knowledge based system versus expert system, decision support system versus expert system, advantages and disadvantages of expert system, application of expert system in general and application of expert system in libraries, and the traditional expert system and the modern expert system, the differences. Expert systems are computerized tools designed to enhance the quality and availability of knowledge required by decision makers in a wide range of industries. They augment conventional programs such as databases, word processors, and spreadsheet analysis. Expert systems are the most mature and widely used commercial field of artificial intelligence. Expert systems are systems that employ a codification of human expertise to solve problems. An expert system is a specialized computer program that can analyze complex situations within a particular area of expertise, reach useful conclusions about those situations, and offer recommendations for appropriate actions. So it is very clear from this definitions that expert system is a computerized program. It is a most used artificial intelligence program. So it is very clear from this concept that expert system is a specialized computer program, and it is most widely used commercial field of artificial intelligence, and this is used to analyze a complex situation or a particular area of expertise, and it will give you recommendations and sometimes the conclusion to solve the problems or to solve the various situations. So if you discuss about the components of expert system, there are if you discuss about the components of information system, there are four components. One is known as knowledge base, inference engine, user interface, and the explanation mechanism. These are the four components of an expert system. The knowledge base, this is knowledge base, and this is inference engine, where the knowledge base, it contains expertise knowledge. It is the knowledge which have been given or stored by the human beings or the experts, and they also extract knowledge from various other sources. And we have the inference engine here that will process it, and the user interface, this will interact the user and the system. And here, after giving the answers, they will give the answer or advice once the query will be sending it to the system through the user interface, and the system will give the answer to the queries through the user interfaces. And after that, there will be whatever if required, the system will give the explanation about why they took this decision or why they recommended for these decisions. That is known as explanation mechanism. Let us discuss one by one. The knowledge base is a nerve center of the expert system. The knowledge base is a collection of rules or other information structures derived from the human experts. The knowledge base stores all the facts and rules about a particular problem domain, and it makes this available to the inference engine in a form that it can use. The user interface is a means of communication between the user and the expert system's problem solving process. The user interface is a means of communication between a user and the expert system in the context of problem solving processes. And the inference engine is a main processing element of the expert system, The inference engine is a program that locates the appropriate knowledge in the knowledge base and infers new knowledge by applying logical processing and problem solving strategies. And we find the explanation mechanism, this method by which an expert system reaches a conclusion may not be obvious to a human user. So many expert system will include a method for explaining the reasoning process that lead to the final answer of the questions. So why this system took this replay, or why this expert system given this recommendation? The reason will be given through this explanation mechanism. So these are the four components of expert system. I think now it is clear what is the function of knowledge base, inference engine, user interface, and the explanation mechanism. And now let us discuss what are different categories of expert systems. There are two types of expert systems are available. One type of expert system that will be helping to decision support. It will not take any decision. It will give input to take decision. But the second one is decision making. So this will be try to solve the problems. So that is two types of expert systems. One is for decision support, another is for decision making. And how artificial intelligence having the similarity and the differences in the expert system. Artificial intelligence versus expert system. The similarities both utilize reasoning, learning, and problem solving techniques to achieve the intelligent outcomes. The differences. Artificial intelligence encompasses the broader discipline of designing machines or software capable of performing tasks, typically requiring human intelligence, such as learning, adapting, perceiving, and making decisions. But in expert systems, it represents a specialized branch of artificial intelligence dedicated to replicating expert level decision making within a specific field. That is the difference. Knowledge based system versus expert system. If we discuss about the similarities, both involve a knowledge base to store information and they utilize reasoning mechanism to derive conclusions. But with the differences, knowledge based system, a broader category that includes systems designed to store, organize, and use the knowledge, but not necessarily to mimic human expert decision making. It is more focused on knowledge management and information retrieval. Expert system is a specific type of knowledge based system that simulates human expertise in a specific domain using rule based reasoning or other inference techniques. Now let us discuss how decision support system versus expert systems. Both systems help with the decision making by providing valuable information, recommendations, or solutions. Both are doing the same, output are same. But the difference is DSS, document support system, focuses on supporting decision making by providing data, models, and tools for analysis. It may not always rely on expert knowledge, and it typically allows human users to interact with the data to make their own decisions. But in the case of expert system, that focuses on mimicking expert level decision making within a specific domain, providing more automated and specific advice rather than just tools for analysis. So they will be mimicking expert level decision making. That means they will be trying to provide a specific advice rather than just providing tools for analysis. Now let us discuss what are different advantages of expert system. The different advantages we can see. It provides consistent answers for repetitive decisions, processes, and a task. Whenever you ask if any questions, any queries, they will give the consistent answers, and it holds and maintains significant level of information, and it encourages organization to clarify the logic of further decision making. The explanation mechanism of expert system that will provide the reason, the clarification why they took this decision, and never forgets to ask questions as a human might, and it can work around the clock. There is no tiredness or there is no weakness to the system. It will keep on working around the clock, and it can be used by the user more frequently, anytime, multiple purposes. You can use this expert system, and multi-user expert system can serve more users at a time. Number of users can use one expert system. Next is a multi-user expert system can serve more users at a time. This is one of the advantage. An expert system, if it is a multi-user, many users can use a system at a time. Now let us discuss what are disadvantages of expert systems. The disadvantages include lacks of common sense needed in some decision making, because it is based on the programming and the algorithms. So this expert system is based on the programmings. So it is lack common sense sometimes to taking the decisions, and cannot make creative responses as a human expert would be unusual circumstances. Due to lack of common sense, if some unusual circumstances, human beings can take decision immediately, but the expert systems cannot, because if it is not in that programming, that in the programs, so it cannot act for any other unusual circumstances. And errors may occur in the knowledge base and lead to wrong decisions. Dear learners, now let us discuss about the disadvantages of expert systems. The first one is it lacks common sense needed in some decision making. Expert systems lacks common sense because the system is working based on the computer programs. So sometimes this lack of common sense that will be reflecting in the decision makings. And it cannot make creative responses as human expert would in unusual circumstances. Again, this is based on the programmings. So if to take the decisions in the unusual circumstances, it is not in the program, the computer cannot, the expert system cannot take any decision on that. And errors may occur in the knowledge base and lead to wrong decisions. If there is error when you are feeding the knowledge base, then it will reflect in the decisions. Sometimes it will give wrong decisions. And expert system rely on fixed set of knowledge that must be explicitly input by human experts. And every expert system, it is having a very specific small domain. It will work on that particular domain only. So that has been explicitly input given by the human experts. So that is another drawback of expert system. It can work on a very limited subject knowledge. And expert systems are designed to handle a specific task within a specific domain. Again, this expert system can do a specific task. For example, if you have in the expert system in our libraries for classification, so that in the library field, in the library science field, it can work only the small domain like classification, not any other activities, not any other work. And expert systems are good at representing explicit knowledge. That means rules and facts. And but they struggle to capture the tacit knowledge, which makes up a large part of human expertise. So it is generally it will be using to represent the explicit knowledge and nothing doing with this tacit knowledge part. So that is another disadvantage of expert systems. If you discuss about the application of expert system in general as well as in libraries, so we can say there are many areas where expert systems are being used and applied in our day-to-day life. If you're discussing about the application in general, the applications can be used for acquisition. If you're discussing about the application in general, expert system can be used for acquisition and interpretation of data. For example, Netrix data quality software of Netric Incorporations, Nuggets by data mining technologies incorporations, etc. We will be helping to acquire the data and the interpretation of data. This will be much useful for the researchers. And diagnosis and abnormal condition management. EC diagnosis by EC Diagnosis Company. This EC Diagnosis Intelligent Object by Jensen Incorporation. Transformer Oil Analytics TO developed by DataX Research. These are some examples of expert systems which can be used for diagnosing and working in abnormal condition management. And there are systems like decision making or support, decision support. For examples are Bliss Advisor or Bliss Decision System by Fair Isaac Incorporation. Rethink by Gensing Corporation are the examples of decision making or decision support expert systems. Design and management solutions, for example, Goldfair Innovations and Goldfair Intelligence developed by Invention Machines being used to design and management of various solutions. Human Resource Management System, HRMS, for example, CCHK Knowledge Point, ESI Expert Solutions International are the products that can be used for human resource management systems as an expert system. Marketing and trade management, we have different examples like Campaign Optimizer, Preview Reporting, and Opportunity Mapper by Prevision Marketing LLC, PsyConcepts by PsyCorp Incorporations. These are the examples of expert system in the field of marketing and trade management. Learners, now let us discuss what are the applications of expert system in libraries. Expert systems can be used in various fields of library information science and services. One is cataloging. There have been many applications of expert systems in cataloging. One is that it helps in the identification of bibliographic elements for cataloging from electronic versions of title pages and automatic determination of the main entry of the books. For example, Cat Express is an expert system can be used for the cataloging. And in the classification is concerned, classification of library materials using the Universal Decimal Classification UDC system, Library of Congress Classification LC system, DB Decimal Classification System DDC. Others is fundamental functions for libraries which has traditionally been performed by experts in classification. For example, OCLC Classify, that expert system developed by OCLC, Online Computer Library Center, designed to assist with the classification of library materials using standardized library classification systems such as David Decimal Classification and the Library of Congress Classification. Indexing and abstracting. Another advantage of expert systems is automatic indexing of keywords and automatic abstracting. Different methods for automatic indexing by extraction, automatic organization of terms or documents into classes, automatic approach to thesaurus construction, matching natural language request against the text of documents, etc. Examples of such expert system is the structured information management, processing and retrieval, SIMPER. SIMPER is another example of indexing and abstracting expert system. The next is the collection, development and acquisition. The economic crisis related to the acquisition of library materials has increased the importance of selecting and acquiring the best and the most relevant materials within the budgetary constraints. So this expert system have been developed to select materials in every specific domain. One of the examples of such expert system is Selection Advisor. Procost Intota is an example of collection, development and acquisition expert systems. And in reference services, there is an expert system which is known as Plexus, Ascii Library and LibAnswers. These expert systems are very well suited to reference services. Consequently, most of the research and development pertaining to expert system in libraries has been in the area of reference and retrieval part. And as far as information search and retrieval is concerned, there are many studies on opaque use have been revealed that effective use of online retrieval is difficult to achieve for novices as well as experts. A major problem area in the match between user search terms and the correct subject terms. An expert system can understand the user's need, intentions and goals and provide aid in online retrieval. An expert system can also deal with the problem of term selection example. An expert system can also deal with the problem of term selection. Examples of systems which can be used for information search and retrieval are can search, look, etc. Dear learners, now let us see how this traditional expert system is different from our modern expert system. As far as knowledge base is concerned, traditional expert system is rule based and manually curated. But in modern expert system is dynamic, enhanced with the machine learning and big data. So it is automated and it is having the machine learning and the big data. As far as learning capability is concerned, the traditional expert system is static and the rule is predefined by the experts. There is no change. But the modern expert system is adaptive. It learns from the data and the user feedback. That learning capability is different as compared to traditional and modern expert systems. Another is input type. The input of traditional is structured and the formal queries will be there. But in the case of modern expert system, it is based on natural language processing and unstructured data. And the deployment, generally this normal expert system will be in the local servers, but in the modern expert system will be cloud-based, scalable, and that enabling global access. In the traditional expert system is having very limited accessibility. Real-time decisions, it is very limited to real-time capability. There is no, you can say. Next is real-time decisions. The traditional expert system is having very limited real-time capability, but in modern expert system is a high level. Next is real-time decision making. In the traditional expert system, it is a limited real-time capability, but in the modern expert system, we can see this having the high real-time decision making capability using IoT and streaming data. As far as transparency is concerned, traditional expert system is high transparency, rules explicitly stated there what to do, what not. But in this case of modern expert system, it is a mixed. It is having the explainable artificial intelligence that methods enhance that transparency. The knowledge representation, traditional expert system is rule-based systems, but modern expert system is knowledge graphs and ontologies have been included in this modern expert system. And as far as decision accuracy is concerned, traditional expert system having very limited by rule permission and expert input. But as far as modern expert system is concerned, in the decision accuracy, it has improved accuracy through continuous learning and interaction of multiple artificial intelligence techniques. So these are the differences between traditional expert system and the modern expert system. Dear learners, let us conclude that numerous applications of artificial intelligence have been deployed that demonstrated for the time saving, money to business sectors, industrial sectors, military sectors, scientific sectors, academic and research organizations. AI applications and their utilities will be increasing day by day in many IT-oriented educational institutions, including libraries, which are contributing artificial intelligence related recorded information on its AI technology and its utilities in various areas or subject fields. The success in expert systems field, natural language processing field, pattern recognition field, robotics field, as the success in expert system field, natural language processing field, pattern recognition field, robotics field, and precipitated substantial commercial activity, including the information of many vendors. The success in expert systems field, natural language processing field, pattern recognition field, robotics field has precipitated substantial commercial activity, including the formation of many ventures. The practicability of artificial intelligence in the areas such as cataloging, classification, documentation, collection development, etc., appears to be improving year after year. Learners, it is sure that in the near future, the expert system will occupy in all the spheres with the introduction of competent models with artificial intelligence techniques. Library information science and services will be greatly benefited by the development of the efficient expert system for technical services, information processing, information services, and management activities of the libraries. So, with these words, I would like to thank all my learners. So, at this outset, I would like to thank the authors of different information sources, illustrations, and the creators of various websites, which I have consulted for this collecting materials for this lectures and throughout this SWAYAM program. And I wish to thank my learners for your careful listening of this entire session. And I wish you all the best for your. So, dear learners, I signing off today, and I thank you all my dear learners for your careful listening of this session. And we'll meet with another topic in the next session. Till then, goodbye. Take care.